We're joined now by international relations professor Aurel Braun. Professor, what do you make of this ceasefire Putin wants?
It seems to be progress at first blush, but in fact, it is more propaganda designed for a domestic audience and to try to manipulate Western powers. It is insincere. There was a chance of a ceasefire during the Christmas that most of the world celebrates, but Putin is making a point of using the Christmas that the Orthodox Church of Russia celebrates. And this is how he portrays himself as a defender of the church, that he is a defender of Russian civilization, Russian values. So he appeals to the domestic audience, and he wants to say that this is a holy day. We offer the Ukrainians a chance for peace, at least for 36 hours, and they have rejected it. Therefore, we are the victims. We Russians are victims. There is nothing in here that would really be attractive to the Ukrainian military or to Western supporters of Ukraine. I mean, let's think about it. This is a Russia that has committed a naked aggression against Ukraine, has illegally occupied Ukrainian territory. It has committed horrific war crimes. It has moved from a war of aggression to a war of terror. It is targeting civilians, infrastructure, hospitals, schools, and so on. And now, while it is in occupation of significant parts of Ukraine, it's saying, well, we'll hold on to what we have taken illegally and we'll stop fighting for 36 hours. Not particularly attractive.
Zelensky has called the ceasefire manipulative. If Ukraine chooses to continue strikes against Russia, what precedent does that set?
Well, the strikes are continuing because evidence shows that the Russians themselves have not stopped fighting around Bakhmut, and that consequently to pause elsewhere would be to give the Russians an advantage that would be very, very dangerous for the Ukrainian forces. It would be a trap. So realistically, this was a non-starter from the beginning.
Do you think there's any way this war can come to an end anytime soon?
What has surprised much of the world, including most experts, is that Ukraine has been able to stand up to a vastly larger power, Russia, that has spent many years spending lavishly on armaments, that was a pretend superpower, and it turned out that the armed forces of Russia have been as corrupt as Russian society itself under Vladimir Putin. Consequently, the war has turned. It appears now that it is militarily winnable by Ukraine, but it depends a great deal on Western support. If that Western support continues, there's a chance that Ukraine at least will gain back enough of the territory that has been illegally occupied by Russia that there could be meaningful peace talks.
Thank you so much for joining us, Professor Braun.
My pleasure.